skies again tonight. Slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows level off around 73. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 73 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. The Taylorville School Board is set to meet tonight at 6 for their regular monthly meeting to discuss a variety of topics. Among those topics will include an amended budget update, consideration of upcoming overnight trips to be taken by the Taylorville High School volleyball, cheer, and football teams, the approval for the 2026 fiscal year amended budget, and the approval of elementary math curriculum from a recently held curriculum meeting presentation. The school board will also consider personnel, the facility usage agreement, and the possible approval of a Christian County CEO contract. Following all other matters discussed, the Taylorville School Board will hear talking points from the IASB presented by School Board President Ann Chandler and an NPT update presented by School Board member Lori Wemple. The board will hear reports from the treasurer as well as recent FOIA requests. The meeting will conclude with the superintendent's report to be presented by Brandy Bruley. Keep following TaylorvilleDailyNews.com for updates after the meeting has concluded. A nationwide recall has been announced for certain lots of Gas X extra strength soft gels after a manufacturing issue raised concerns about possible contamination. Consumer healthcare company Haleon says it is voluntarily recalling 4 separate lots of Gas X extra strength soft gels in both 120 count and 72 count packages. The recall affects products that began being distributed to consumers on April 13th of this year. According to Haleon, the affected soft gels may have been contaminated with a diluted propylene glycol-based coolant due to a machine leak that occurred during the packaging process. Health officials say anyone who ingests contaminated soft gels could potentially experience symptoms including nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. At this time, Haleon reports that it has not received any reports of illnesses. Haleon says consumers can contact its consumer relations by calling 1-800-245-1040 to arrange a return and receive reimbursement for the recalled product, and should contact their primary health provider if they feel they are experiencing symptoms. If you're unsure about a Gas X product in your household being recalled, find a list of lot numbers associated with the recall at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Community members in Taylorville have a full slate of events to enjoy at local parks. Among them are the Senior Lunch and the Community Unity Concert, which both are scheduled for this week at Manners Park. The build-up continues as well to the special concert series event the night before Independence Day. Evan Mitchell, the Taylorville Park District's recreation director, has played a notable role in planning these events. He says the next senior lunch, set for Thursday, features fried chicken as the main dish.
You can contact the park office at 217-824-3110 if you want to be added to the list. Either today or tomorrow, we're going to be calling the seniors on our call list and letting them know what to bring, either a side or a dessert. It's going to be returning this Thursday. I'm really sorry that we had to take a break from it, but we just wanted to make sure that we had all of our I's dotted and our T's crossed so that we can continue doing so. And it's going to be great. So I'm definitely looking forward to meeting our seniors that come to lunch. And it looks like we're going to be having fried chicken as the main course. So, I mean, that's as American as apple pie, right?
Attention then turns to the Community Unity Concert this Saturday at 4. It's a non-denominational faith-based concert that has attracted large crowds in the past.
It's put on by some people from Davis Memorial Christian Church. And from what I understand, it's going to be just a variety of different types of worship music in the park this Saturday. It starts at 4 o'clock and, ends at question marks. Could go all the way up until the park closes at 11. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Last year when I was on the board, I just kind of drove through the park and saw it happening, and they had a really good turnout. So I'm hoping there's an even bigger turnout for this one this year.
On July 3rd, the Park District hosts the Summer Concert Series Next event. It's meant to celebrate the United States' 250 years of independence. This occasion will feature a car show, bounce house, petting zoo, and more.
So the first 250 people, because it's the 250th birthday, are welcome to partake in refreshments. We'll have hot dogs, cookies, chips, beverages of some sort. We're going to have a bounce house / water slide. I didn't even know this was a thing until I went to a family gathering last year. And apparently you can put water in bounce houses, and they're a lot of fun. The live music we're going to be having that night is another local favorite, Super Mario Speedwagon. I've been friends with those guys for a long time. They're really just a lot of fun. So they're going to be performing, and then we're going to have, lots of great cars as usual. We're going to have a petting zoo. I believe they're called Brushy Branch from 4 to 6, and that's sponsored by Fur Love. So you can come out and pet some cute little animals.
Separate from events, the Taylorville Park District has posted renderings of the design of the future Manors Park pool to their website, TaylorvilleParkDistrict.com.
For those of you that haven't been there, you can go there and look at all kinds of things. You can search the past meeting minutes and agendas. You can just look at different features that we have in the park. But one of the things we have is if you go to TaylorvilleParkDistrict.com and you click on the swimming pool, we have all the designs for the pool for when it's built. Now, I know people are frustrated because it seems like this thing is never going to get done. And we're frustrated at the park too. We were under the impression that we would be halfway done building it by now. And unfortunately, when you come into big projects like this, you're going to encounter red tape, waiting on permits, and unforeseen circumstances with the contractors and things like that. But we are still moving full speed ahead, just kind of waiting on permits, and all of that money is sitting in the bank in an interest-bearing account. So the only good side is we're accruing interest on all that money for the pool.
More information on the Taylorville Park District is available on their website, which again is TaylorvilleParkDistrict.com, by calling 217-824-3110 or by visiting their new Facebook page with the username of Taylorville Park District. Evan Mitchell appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. Lakeland College is giving high school students a chance to explore one of the most in-demand careers in healthcare with a special Introduction to Nursing event set to take place this summer. The event will be held on Tuesday, July 14th from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon at Neal Hall in room 101 on the Lakeland College campus. Designed specifically for high school students interested in pursuing a career in nursing, the program will provide an inside look at the college's nursing programs, available resources, and the many career opportunities within the profession. Students attending the event will have the opportunity to meet with nursing faculty and staff, tour Lakeland College's nursing facilities, and participate in a variety of hands-on learning activities. One of the highlights of the day will be the chance to experience realistic patient care scenarios in the college's high-fidelity patient simulation lab, allowing students to practice nursing skills in a controlled educational environment. In addition to learning about patient care, attendees will also receive valuable information about the nursing program admission process. Topics will include financial aid opportunities, entrance exam preparation, and other important steps needed to begin a nursing education journey. To make the day even more enjoyable, Lakeland College will provide a free pizza lunch to all students who attend. Space for the Introduction to Nursing event is limited, with only the first 30 students who register guaranteed a spot. Those interested are encouraged to sign up as soon as possible. The event is being offered with sponsorship support from HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital and HSHS Good Shepherd Hospital, helping provide local students with a unique opportunity to learn more about the nursing profession and healthcare careers. For additional information about the Introduction to Nursing event, interested students and families can contact nursing instructor Nicole Jones at 217-234-5455. or by email at njones8307@lakelandcollege.edu. And now, a word from First National Bank in Taylorville.
At First National Bank in Taylorville, just west of the square, we've spent 70 years being your local bank. The bank where relationships matter, because we've been part of this community for generations. I'm President Jared Beckham. Life moves fast. Families grow, businesses change, even banks come and go. But one thing stays the same. First National Bank in Taylorville has been here for you and will be here for the next generation too. Serving Taylorville for 70 years, First National Bank in Taylorville. First every time, member FDIC.
With the summer, the work at school may seem done, but as Chris Clark, superintendent of South Fork, can attest, the work is never done. With graduation all wrapped up, Clark says that it was quite the honor to watch this class walk across the stage. For him, watching classes graduate is always a special feeling.
Thing ended really, really well. It all concluded with graduation last Friday, I guess it was. A great ceremony. Mr. Grohl always does a great job with graduation. This one was a pretty special one. We were actually there for an hour and a half, which is kind of odd for ourselves. But this wasn't, not saying that every group that graduates through is not special in their own way. But this graduating class was definitely a special class for South Fork. We had the stage full of people handing out scholarships. Kids earned tons of future monies based on their performances, and both academic and athletic. I mean, we had the place full. I think half the class earned presidential awards. Just a great class that breeds future success, and you can sit back there and say, like, we are in good hands when I get a little bit older with kids like this.
Clark says that with this graduation, it's been great to watch the students grow and mature. He came over as a principal and says it has been an honor to watch them grow from kindergarten to graduation.
It is amazing, and I would say with these groups kind of coming through now was about the time that I was making my transitions through the school as well. I came over as a high school principal, but I shifted to an elementary principal at some times. I was, assistant superintendent all the way up to this. So I've seen these kids and been part of them from the kindergarten levels with some different things. And there's also some family friends or some old classmates of mine or some community members that I grew up with, members of this class coming through, just great families, just great kids, great people, great for the community. It started with the success with football, bringing community in, but that was just the sports side of things, but it was able to highlight all the other things that might not have been athletically, but like I said, these kids were special.
As far as work at the schools, no big projects this summer, but that does not stop Clark from getting some stuff done at the schools during the break.
We do a couple small things, unnoticeable things, kind of. We got a couple more walls on the old high school building that we need tuck pointed and fixed up. So we got that kind of going, but there's no big projects that are going to be real noticeable. The most noticeable thing we're going to not redo the whole blacktop at the elementary, but we are going to seal it, fill the cracks and seal it so it'll look like a new kind of blacktop, but it won't be totally replaced. So that'll be a noticeable thing. But other than that, just minor things that we're working on to keep the place looking nice. And I know that I hear comments after comments of how well the building looks and all the updates that we have done to it over the years, started with windows and our gym updates and different things. So it's a nice building in our community that we do take pride in, and we want it to look nice.
Clark says that it is very impactful seeing people come up to him saying how nice it is to see how great the buildings and the grounds look.
It's a point of pride, and like I said, I said it once with football. You saw how many people come out. I said it with baseball. Sports seems to do those kind of things, but just being around town and talking to people, and it is a source of pride for them. And you do want to make sure you're honoring the traditions of it and making it nice where it's not, and kids got to come to school there. So people say sometimes you in sports, you hear you play how you look sometimes, and you go to a nice place, you go to something that's well manicured, taken care of, everything else, you feel a little bit better in those kind of atmospheres, and it transitions maybe into the kids appreciating a little bit more, and picking up trash or doing things, or taking pride in what they do too. So hopefully those transition to those kind of things.
For more information on South Fork, visit southforkschools.com. Chris Clark appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The recently completed spring session in Springfield included legislation impacting landowner rights. The issue involved broadband providers and road rights of way, something the Illinois Farm Bureau was concerned about, and that's according to the organization's Director of State Legislation, Chris Davis. The legislation, Senate Bill 3838, did not win approval during the spring session. Illinois FFA members will elect a new major state officer team this week. There are 10 finalists. Illinois FFA added a sixth major state officer position last year, the State Sentinel. The new officers will be elected Thursday at the Bank of Springfield Center. Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 88-year-old Carol Ann Weir of Taylorville died on Sunday. Cremation rights have been accorded, and a family service will take place at a later date. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 72-year-old John R. Dudra of Taylorville died on Thursday. Cremation rights have been accorded, and a celebration of life will take place at a later date. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 75-year-old Thomas Edward Doyle Jr. of Taylorville died on Saturday. Cremation rights have been accorded, and a private interment will take place at a later date. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 99-year-old Mary Lou Fleigel of Morrisonville died on Thursday. Visitation is today from 10 till 11:30 at St. Maurice Catholic Church in Morrisonville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at St. Maurice Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by a Sally Funeral Home in Morrisonville. 93-year-old Rita Rose Pritchett of Taylorville died last Tuesday. Visitation is today from 11 till 12:15 at Grace Baptist Church in Taylorville. The funeral service will immediately follow. Burial will be at Glen Haven Memorial Gardens. Arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 64-year-old Susan K. Jackson of Taylorville died last Thursday. A graveside memorial service will take place Thursday at 10 at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Cremation rights have been accorded. Arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. And 87-year-old Edward D. Bialis of Tovey died June 1st. Visitation is Saturday from 1 till 2:30 at Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. A graveside service will follow at Oak Hill Cemetery. Arrangements are being handled by Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.